Episode 50 of The Blade Job is dedicated to the Dynamite Kid, Thomas Billington, and Larry the Axe Hennig.
Hey, welcome to the Blade Job.
Now it's not started.
God damn it. Let's start it. Is it started now?
Yeah.
What are we on, episode 50?
Is this 50?
This
Welcome
is 50.
to episode 50.
That's a 5 and a 0.
That's a 5 and a 0. That's a half century. We've been doing this for almost 100 years.
No, only 50.
No, half of 100 years.
50 years.
Yeah.
We've been doing this.
Wow.
Yeah. We all look good.
I'm only
for our
31,
age.
too. That's
We
intense.
look good. I'm just saying.
I mean,
not Jonah.
No, none of us actually really.
No, for our, I don't know, for our ages in our real ages, I don't think we look half bad.
What is
I
that?
still get carded.
80, 81? 81? What are you, 80?
87.
Wait, you're 37 years old?
Yeah. No.
I was going to say, I was like, I'm pretty sure we went to the same school, but you
31.
were a grade below me.
I'm 31.
31? Yeah. I'm almost 32. You're like
are?
30, what, 4?
3.
33.
Just turned 33.
Trash can's like 70 or something. 35.
Doesn't matter. Trash cans live forever. It's fine. Until you throw them away
you
in
throw 'em
other
away.
trash cans. Other newer, better trash cans.
Dude, you know what's the worst is when you're trying to throw away a trash can and you spray paint like, trash man, please take this bin, and they like don't for a month, and then you have to wait out there.
Did you know about trash cans? Like early, he was a childhood actor.
All right,
Okay.
that seems
Hold
like
on,
an
no,
off-air
yeah.
topic, but put a pin in that one, because
It's probably going to be a bad dad joke anyways.
that's okay. Oh, man, I had the best bad dad joke. My daughter has to put her hair in a bun for ballet, and I said, baby girl, your hair looks wonderful.
And then she kicked you in the jimmies.
And she didn't laugh, and my wife didn't laugh, and then when we were playing D&D, I told everybody, and they all laughed, because...
They're nerdy fucking dudes.
Yep. Anyway, let's get on to wrestles. My name is High Voltage Scott Perkins. You can follow me on the Twitters at BladeJobPerkins. Now, I am trying to reach my goal of 666 Twitter followers. I'm 30 away, so if you follow me, thank you. If you don't, please follow me. And then once we get to that number, nobody else has to follow me. That's
Let's
okay.
make it happen.
All right. I'll just
all.
create like 30 new accounts.
Fucking...
It's called bots.
My cousin started following me, and she's a very nice person, and I was like, you probably
You probably don't want to do
Maybe
that.
slow down on
This
the
is quite
fuck you posts.
literally only about wrestling and yelling at my friends
Yeah, that's true.
about wrestling or just fuck you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but where can we find you, JRT?
I don't know. I mean, usually I'm just hanging out on the show handle, which is at the Blade Job Show.
That's true, kid. That's what it is.
But I also sometimes hang out at Blade Job JRT, depending on my mood that day, depending on if people are being dicks. That's something we can talk about. And spoiling pre-taped segments and wrestling. We'll get to that in a moment because you are assholes.
All of you.
Well, you're staring directly at me.
That's just
Or
how my
that's
head
just-
is
okay,
right now.
okay.
I'm not looking at
I was like, I'm
anything.
pretty sure I don't actually spoil anything.
No, you don't.
I'm usually pretty behind on everything.
Who's the other asshole?
And my name is John Olin, and
John
you
Olin.
can find me at Blade Job Jolin.
Nope, it's the Blade John show.
The Blade John Show.
No, but what's your at?
Blade Job Jolin.
Oh, okay. You just changed that bit of your name. Blade.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
both of them.
I changed both.
Oh. Okay.
I know it's annoying.
All right.
right?
I don't know. I followed you. I've been following you for a while, so you know.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about unfollowing
Kind of a
him.
big deal.
And
I
you-
lost 3 followers when I posted that thing about you getting followed to 666.
Good.
I went down to 663 like immediately.
Nice. That's right, people. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Mike Aaron, put on some fucking pants.
That's true. So let's start out with my initial rant that I started.
And you can
during
follow
our
hold on, Trash Can at Steel Trash Can.
Sure, at Steel Trash Can. Also, listen to the show iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Sub to that shit. Go on the Facebook page, facebook.com/theblakejob. Enjoy the Instagram posts that are pretty much the only thing that happens on the Facebook page. Sometimes I share other stuff. Like I shared Dave Cole's new pin.
Yeah.
I shared a Power Slam thing on there.
Support Dave Cole.
There's
He's
also
a good
picture
guy.
of you with Colt Cabana, so if you want to know what JRT looks
That's
like.
that's also my banner on the show Twitter account now. I changed that last
nice.
night.
Look at that.
I just figured, why not?
I like
why
it.
Not?
Why not
Plus,
make it about me?
That was
Yeah.
honestly that was an exciting time for me because at that time.
And happy Hanukkah to Cole Cabana and all the other Hebrews and Shebrews out there.
That's right. Is it end today?
Tomorrow?
At that time, Colt Cabana was like the
2 days
indie
from
guy
now.
I just really wanted to meet. Like I'd met a lot of cool people, but I was like, I really want to meet Colt Cabana because at that time, in my eyes, I mean, he was like on a roll at that time too, and like he was huge in indie wrestling. So I was like, fuck yeah, I want to meet Colt Cabana. He doesn't wrestle around here all the time. Like this is gonna be great. And I was like, he's a nice guy. He's
really
a
nice.
genuinely nice guy. I like him.
He was standing next to Josh Briggs last week at Beyond, and after the first match ended and they didn't play the winner's music, Colt went over to Josh. He's like, they don't play outro music? And Josh is like, nope, it gets pretty awkward.
You just kind of leave.
Yeah. Everybody gets quiet.
Yeah. And then the person has to actually do their job and go like, yeah, I won or I lost, and
Yeah.
everyone can cheer them or boo them. And
Yeah.
it's
Do as
all
you
thing.
please. It's wrestling. It's a free country. Just don't be a dick about it.
It's
That's
true.
right.
It's true.
Unless it's a
Unless
Brody,
you're Dick Justice.
unless it's a Brody King match.
So I think it was Brad from Take the Bump who posted it. I'm pretty sure he runs their Twitter account. But anyways, he posted a thing yesterday about spoiling pre-tape stuff. Like they do NXT tapings, they tape 3 or 4 weeks of NXT programming.
Yeah.
And
Makes sense.
people like think that it's their place to like not like post a link to a thing like here are the results of the TV tapings. They post the actual results of the TV tapings on Twitter. And to be fair, you're an asshole and you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and you
stop.
should not be on Twitter. All you're doing, like, if you want to know what happened and you think that that's what's gonna get you clicks and get you the hot takes or some shit stands and
Put it in a
Fleek
link.
and
Yeah,
Savage
put it in a
and
link.
Late and all that shit.
The fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I don't know what the kids are doing these
Take
days.
longer than 5 seconds to write a blog, and then people will actually give a shit.
Right, have a clickable link. So if you want to know, because some
Yeah.
people want to know, and you know
So-
what, that's fine too.
But it's not just people. It's also companies.
Well, yeah, WWE does.
Oh,
it
I'm going
worse
further than that.
themselves.
WWE. I remember being at work one night, and Raw was airing at the time, and it was when the New Age Outlaws won the tag titles when they returned.
Oh, you didn't know?
I did know because WWE sent me a notification on their app on my phone telling me they had
that
just
drives
won the
me nuts.
WWE tag team titles.
My favorite part of those, though, is how they spin whatever it was. Like, it's always, like, weird, interesting ways.
Yeah,
But
but it's not actually that interesting.
No.
I'd rather just watch a product.
Yeah, I don't even have their app installed anymore because it was a piece of shit. And like, if I want to watch the network, I'm probably gonna watch it on my TV anyways. So.
You can
Yeah.
disallow push notifications.
I can, but I was trying to make a point.
Well, if
Anyways,
you're not
so-
trying to make a point, you can always.
So I was
Disallow.
on. This is a number of years ago. I was on.
How many?
I don't know number.
Okay.
I was on IGN. If you don't know IGN, IGN is a gaming website.
Nerd.
Yep. And they do post about like big wrestling, you know, like they'll post about pay-per-views and
Yeah.
they'll post about, you know, like if someone passes away or whatever, you know, they post about that kind of stuff. But for the most part, you know, video games, movies, pop culture. So I'm scrolling through and the title of the article is something along the lines of the landscape of WWE changes on Raw on Monday. So, and it's got a spoiler tag on it. So I'm like, you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. The thumbnail is Triple H holding up Kevin Owens' hand and Kevin Owens holding up the Universal title after Triple H turned on Seth Rollins. What the fuck? Spoiler, don't click on this if you don't know what happened, but
Don't
if you
click
look at
on
this
this picture of exactly what happened if you don't want to know
and I
what
was
happened.
so because I was looking at that like right when because usually I get home and I'll do like the quick, like I'll take half an hour or something, check my websites, check, Facebook or whatever, just like quickly like see what happened throughout the day.
Take a dump, scroll through Reddit for like 4 hours.
And then I usually like Tuesday night, like right before I'll make dinner, and then I'll watch Raw because I prefer to watch it on my own time, not until
and on Hulu.
Fucking 3 a.m. on a fucking Monday because WWE has like a 9-hour Raw.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you got to be kidding me!
Yeah.
Like this is a huge thing that happened. This was like the changing of the guard. This was Rollins' face turn. This was the Authority starting to kind of like move away from being that whole like in your face authority figure.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens is the new champion. His first major title in the company.
He at that point was still kind of fresh out of NXT too.
Yeah.
Like
he got pushed so quickly on the main roster, and like you can say what you will about Kevin Owens, like where he is now compared to where he was, but even if like he hasn't been champion since then, I mean he was IC champion and not IC, US.
Yep.
But he's had feuds with John Cena. He had a year-long program with arguably the greatest of all time, Chris Jericho,
and that was one of the best like.
Yeah,
buddy, like not a feud. It's like the opposite of a feud. Like
yeah, but even when it turned into a feud, it was still great. It was still amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like honestly, like if Jericho doesn't ever come back, and that was his last run with the company, he went out on top, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No titles involved, just Jericho and Kevin Owens being Jericho and Kevin Owens.
And
it was brilliant.
Just a couple wild and crazy kids from north of the border.
Even the little things like Jericho interfering and hitting the codebreaker on Owens to save him from losing the title.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like little things. It's like, holy shit, Jericho just turned out. And then they're like, and Owens is like, what happened? He's like, I saved you. And he's like, oh, you did. Oh, man.
You rascal.
Like that whole thing and the Festival of Friendship, like the actual end of that friendship.
Oh man!
Listen, if anybody wants to buy me that action figure set for Christmas, I wouldn't be mad, and I'm not kidding. You can buy it on Ringside Collectibles.
I just want that painting,
dude. Yeah, just hang that shit above your bed.
Yeah,
make love while looking to it.
Dude, if I brought that home, I was like, hey, baby, I got us some fucking bedroom artwork.
Then you could go after Becky because you'd be single.
I'd be single as fuck.
That's Becky Lynch. For
Becky
anyone
Lynch.
wondering.
She still is.
I have the biggest crush on Becky Lynch.
Who doesn't?
Becky, if you're listening, like most
you have
like female wrestlers, you're like, oh yeah, she's very attractive. Like I don't know, I'm absolutely in love with Becky Lynch. Like
you love accent. Becky. You look at Becky like Becky looks at Finn.
Dude. We could eat potatoes together, Becky.
She's probably on a low-carb diet.
We could eat potatoes together.
Dude, I love potatoes and women with Irish accents.
Jameson and potatoes.
No, no Jameson.
Anyways,
I mean, like, I'll have a nice Guinness every now and then.
If you know, and honestly, like, I guess with Raw and SmackDown, if people haven't watched it on Tuesday, it's a little, if there's a big thing that happened, you're still a little bit of a dick for posting it. I think Tuesday evening, when SmackDown starts airing, is your statute of limitations to start talking about, like, the big things that happened on Raw. That's just me personally.
I mean,
I get it, though, because people live tweet, and that's fine.
Yes, people live tweet. I have no problem with that.
I don't either inherently.
My problem is, like, oh, hey, in 3 weeks, Aleister Black is going to win the NXT championship from Tommaso Ciampa. It's like, I don't want to know that. Yeah. I want to fucking tune into NXT and see that
I got
shit.
lucky with the reverse of that, the thing that actually happened.
Yeah.
When Ciampa won from Black, I saw a lot of things that were talking about big changes at NXT, but I avoided them really well, and it did not get spoiled for me. But a lot of people I've talked to, and I mean a lot of people, had that ruined for them, and that was huge.
Yeah.
That was, like, that's something that when it used to happen on Raw, like, would be a huge thing. It's like, holy shit, the title just changed hand on Raw. The title just changed hand in a fucking 500-person arena at a college in Florida.
Yeah.
Like, granted, that's where they tape all their shows, whatever, but still, it's like, arguably, the most entertaining championship in wrestling right now.
I enjoy how NXT, they only have 5 or 6 pay-per-views a year. I like how they still have their belts change on just regular ass NXT.
Yep.
Like, that's cool. That's something that, like, it's incredibly rare to see on Raw or SmackDown nowadays.
And if you do, it's the tag titles or
Right.
the US
Right.
title
It's-
or some shit
it's-
like that.
Which is why Daniel Bryan winning it was huge.
Yeah.
It was. It
Like-
was.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, if you didn't watch it like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah. No, I just don't do it. Don't be a dick. Be a dude.
Yeah.
Hey.
Or a chick.
Or no, I mean, chicks can be dudes.
I'm a
too,
dude,
you know?
you're a dude.
Yeah, we're all dudes.
We're all dudes. Hey.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean.
Dudes.
Dudes and dudettes.
I call my cat dude. I call my toaster dude. I call my
Yeah.
girlfriend dude.
My tool partner pointed this out. If
Tool partner. All right, we're done.
fucking child. like if I'm walking by something and I like accidentally kick it, I just instinctively give it the finger.
Yeah, me
Like-
too. I do the same thing.
Or if I fucking like climbing up a ladder and I hit my head on like a piece of strut, fucking asshole, and then I'll like go back to what I'm doing. But like I didn't realize it until my buddy pointed it out. It was just like, you give everything the finger. He's like, you just hit your head on that support and you gave it the finger. I was like, well, fucking in my way. Get out of here. And he's like, that's like drilled into the wall. It can't go anywhere.
I do the same thing. I also wrestling kick things. If something pisses me off, I'll run by it and do a thigh slap as I kick it.
Yeah, I do that to my children.
Ha!
Fucking super kick the shit
Claymore!
out of brats.
Boom!
I just taught Adam that's what they do, is
Yeah.
slap their leg. So now when he's wrestling with me, that's what he does. But he can't slap it and keep his leg straight at the same time, so it's like the sideways kick. It's funny.
Children are adorable.
Yeah, they're all right.
You know who else is adorable?
who?
This is like the same segue I had gotten into before. Warbeard Hansen.
He is adorable.
He is
isn't
adorable.
he?
He's just a big teddy bear.
He is. And dude, the voice does not match the body.
Oh,
Hey
so
guys, what's
Bah,
up?
So
no, it
no.
does not.
So before the first time I met him was at an XWA show, and like 2 weeks prior to that, I was listening to Art of Wrestling, and Colt had Warbeard on there, and I'm like, oh, I've seen this guy, like I've seen him wrestle, blah, blah, blah. So I pop in my headphones. I'm at work, and I'm going about my work, and the podcast starts. And I'm just like, oh, I thought this was the one with Warbeard. And then I'm like, it is. And I'm like, holy shit, like, his voice does not match him.
No.
Like, it's not like he has, like, like, the greased-up deaf guy from Family Guy voice.
You look kitschy. See you guys next
You know? But, like, I was like, man, that's so weird. And then when I met him, I mean, it was just, like, seeing the voice come out of his mouth, it made it feel more natural at least, but like hearing it just in my head and not seeing him was really weird.
His like mannerisms too are just like, you know, super friendly, like, hey man, like, and yeah, but then you see him in the ring, you're like, holy shit,
he's a monster.
It's like a chubby Viking who's terrifying. And,
So a Viking.
yeah, but he's actually injured right now.
So I heard.
Yeah, War
So
Games
I
kind of
heard.
fucked him
I
up.
think injured is a loose term.
What? No, I haven't read any of the injuries.
Broken ribs, ruptured spleen.
Was it from the table bump?
I assume so. I
It wasn't a huge bump, but
It wasn't a huge bump. He did jump from one ring into the other. But yeah, and I mean, those matches in general are just fucking
but it
chaos.
feels like, I mean, that was early enough in the match. It wasn't like
No, that was later in the match.
Yeah, but it wasn't the finish. He still
wasn't the
did
finish.
stuff
Yeah.
for a while.
Well,
that was,
I mean, at that point you're running on adrenaline, so
That's
you
true.
don't always know.
Yep.
Like,
That's
I mean,
true.
fucking the year the Bruins lost in the Stanley Cup, Patrice Bergeron had a separated shoulder, a punctured lung. Like, you know, you can get through a lot, and like he suffered those injuries earlier in the series, and
Right.
it was like a 6-game series, so you know.
wasn't that right after he came back too?
No. That was years and years ago.
No, but are you talking this year? Or
No,
last
I'm
year,
talking
rather?
2013 when they were in the Stanley Cup against Chicago.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He got injured in 2006,
10, I think.
7.
No, when he broke his neck.
He never broke.
Or not
his neck.
broken his, but when he got fucking compacted into the board,
and
he was out for like the entire season. I think that was like 2010.
Fucking Philadelphia Flyers.
I thought it was
bags of shit.
the Canucks.
No.
Oh no, they bit someone. It was
that was
Subban.
No,
they're brothers.
Alex Burrows bit Patrice Bergeron's finger.
Yeah.
There's a Brad Marchand.
I mean, to be
I don't know,
to
it was
be
a
fair,
long time ago.
To be fair, he was like, hey, and he got bit. And so
No, they started doing that after he bit him. Everybody kept fucking jamming their fingers in his mouth.
Yeah, jamming their fingers in his mouth.
So
I watched a video on that.
It kind of bums me out that that Warbeard Hansen is injured because I feel like NXT was about to really start using War Raiders as.
So this gives them an opportunity to use Rowe as a singles competitor for a little while. They're both very talented singles competitors.
Yep.
So I hope they don't do something stupid like put them, usually a tag team gets injured, the other one's on the shelf too.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't do that with Rowe.
Yeah, let them what I would love to see is have fucking Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan start getting into that, and then by the time Hansen comes back, maybe Burch and Oni are tag team champions, and maybe we get a WrestleMania weekend fucking tag team.
So you're saying we should see like Rowe versus Burch, Rowe versus
Oni,
yeah, Rowe versus both of them at Royal Rumble weekend, and then
have Undisputed lose the belts Royal Rumble weekend.
Oh, gotcha.
But all the while, like, just the singles match here and there, planting the seeds.
Yep.
And then Hansen starts coming back, and then it's like, fuck you, no, fuck you, fuck you, no, fuck you. And then
this
wrestles.
is a PG show.
Yeah. Edited, but yeah.
Beep you.
Wait, our show's PG now?
No, WWE and NXT is.
Thank God. I was going to say, we're fucked.
Oh, no, every time we say fuck, he has to beep it now. It's crazy.
Sorry, Trash Can. That fucking sucks.
Who cares?
Fucking long day for you,
buddy.
buddy.
It's not my fucking job.
But yeah, I feel like that'd be cool. And
no, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. I'm absolutely down with something like that.
Dude, nothing wrong with a little Biff and Martin Stone versus Warbeard Hansen and
they were hot.
Dude, they were so hot.
Yeah.
Not like in a Becky Lynch sort of way.
I don't know.
Martin's up there.
Yeah, Danny Burch is a very attractive Englishman.
No. You don't think so?
Wade Barrett's a very attractive Englishman.
That's accurate.
You know what? I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I'm afraid I've got some
bad news. Barrett was my favorite characters he ever did. I think it was brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know who else used to be in a tag team?
Who?
Dynamite Kid.
Oh.
He was in a tag team with Davey Boy Smith, and they were called the British Bulldogs. Dynamite Kid passed away this week, as did...
right before his 60th birthday, too.
On his birthday.
I thought it was before his birthday. I thought it was the day before.
See, that's pretty cool. Like, I wouldn't mind going out on my birthday.
Yeah.
Like, you know...
Your birthday is your death day.
Just keep it simple.
What's that Metallica?
I like when
Birthday. Metalocalypse.
It's my lifestyle determines my death style. That was from Saint Anger, and that was a shitty album. Anyways, Dynamite Kid.
Oh, yeah, that album I listened to once, and I was just like, nah.
I listened to it recently. It honestly is not as bad if you just try to pretend it's not Metallica.
Lars did something with his drums. Like, I don't know how they...
He tuned them into a fucking steel trash can.
Yeah.
Anyways, we should shut the fuck up. We're trying to talk about someone. So, Dynamite Kid.
Dynamite Kid. He had some troubles. And, like, this is going to sound shitty, but I thought he had passed already because he was just completely gone. We also lost Larry the Axe Hennig. He is the grandfather of JRT's favorite Curtis Axel.
I wouldn't say my favorite, but he's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
he's your favorite.
He's
Curtis
got that
Axel of all the Curtis.
He's my out of all the Curtis Axels I know, he's definitely my favorite.
He's easily my favorite of the Miz Patrol or whatever the fuck.
The Miz Taraj.
The Miz Taraj, whatever the fuck, stupid goddamn stable.
I'm surprised that Bo still has a job.
I don't understand how him or his brother have a job. Like I think the Bray Wyatt character is like it doesn't make sense anymore.
Nope.
And you know
he should just come back as a pissed off guy with tattoos who just wants to fight people.
And I'll always resent it for Harper not getting the push he deserved.
Well, he keeps getting injured. It's kind of his
he's
own.
healthy.
Luke Harper's fine.
Rowan's the injured one.
Who is it? What's it?
Rowan is the injured one.
Eric
No,
Rowan.
Harper
yeah,
had
yeah.
like 4 injuries
Yeah.
in the past like 4 years.
He's been injured. Eric Rowan.
We're getting off topic. We'll get back to that in a second.
Don't care. But anyway, Larry the Axe Hennig was also the father of Kurt Hennig, Mr. Fucking Perfect, who is a pretty decent wrestler.
He
in
was
his own
probably
right.
the best one ever to be able to spit gum in the air and slap it.
And slap
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Yep.
He could.
That towel throw with him
with
and Heenan.
Bobby. Yeah. That just fucking. I don't know. It's unfortunate we're losing a lot of wrestlers this year.
Yeah, at least with Hennig, he was
old.
Yeah, he lived
he was
a life.
old man age. Yeah.
You know, Dynamite Kid, youngish. I mean,
Yeah,
60s,
relatively
not
young.
very
Yep.
old.
But you know.
That was our news segment.
That was our news segment. Also, where I get all of my wrestling news is Twitter. And I think right now nobody is better at Twitter than my dream girl, Becky Lynch. She's pretty good at it.
Pretty good at Twitter.
Charlotte was shitting on her for missing a month, and then she was like, "Didn't you miss a month when your tits exploded?" That's not exactly what it was, but
it was essentially that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she said she missed. I missed 1 day for this, and it was
Yeah.
her bloodied up, and
Yeah.
you missed a month for what?
for this, and it was just like a close-up picture of her tits.
Torso, yeah.
So
It's okay. She needed new ones anyways. One was looking at 10, one was looking at 2. There was too much going on.
Now they look ridiculous.
Yeah, but hold on. How they look in a push-up fucking wrestling bra, sports bra, is one way. We got to see them.
I mean,
out in the open
I
to
give
make
her
a real
credit because
decision.
I would have been like, "Give me the Roman vest." Like, I'm not having this happen again.
yeah, it was funny. 'cause
Charlotte starts wearing a
She's
tack
like,
vest to the
she's like,
ring.
let's push him into one boob, and
One soup. No one ever
That's
takes the
essentially what
super
she's doing
boob.
now.
My wife was, I think it was Evolution or I don't know, one of the more recent pay-per-views, the one when she came back, SummerSlam, was it? Yeah, she came back at SummerSlam for her big pay-per-view re-debut. My wife is like, that chick's tits are huge, and I was like, yeah, I mean they're not.
They're also
like,
brand new.
Yeah, I was like, they're not also all.
They've still got the
her.
tag on them.
Yeah.
Those are the 2018 models.
It's like one of them exploded.
Yeah, so one of her boobs explodes, and she
thought
loses
they
a
both
tooth
did.
in like a span of a week or something. It was 2 weeks because she had the ruptured breast implant, and she was getting ready to go in for the surgery to get it fixed. And she's wrestling at a house show, and she gets like kicked in the face and gets one of her teeth knocked out.
Hi,
Hey guys,
hi guys.
you're trying to make a whistle. You can't do it.
No, I can. Woo! Becky, I'm gonna take your SmackDown Women's Championship and I'm gonna shove it down your fucking ass.
Shove it down your fucking ass.
I needed a word that had an S in it so I could do the whistle.
Get your fat ass over here.
Get your fat ass back here. I haven't seen the paperboy in a while. Got some popsicles in my basement.
No, they're in his pocket. You just gotta reach in and get them.
I got nickels in my pocket. You gotta come get them.
Yay, pedophiles.
Pedophiles. You know what I'm sick of?
A lot of things. Why?
Running this fucking show, being the moderator. I'm supposed to be the guy that just makes dumb comments, and somehow I end up fucking. They don't even write shit down. Fucking. WWE, I think, is kind of not destroying, but severely wounding the
Hampering.
independent wrestling scene around the United States, the United Kingdom, and a little bit, everywhere else.
I like that people are saying that, like, it's going to be fine, new people will take over, but I don't think they're understanding what WWE is really doing. Because by taking all the good guys, you're causing a delay, which means people aren't going to want to go until those big names are already there.
Yeah. It sucks. It's like we had Dijak, Warbeard Hansen, Biff Busick. Like, we have all these guys from our area, Tommaso fucking Ciampa, that are from our area that now
John Cena
are in WWE, which is, it's
the prototype.
It's fine because like a Warbeard Hansen, like guys, if they're actually going to be used. But NXT's only an hour long. There's only so much TV time for all these guys. Like, you're not going to have, Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, Dijak. Like, I've only seen Dijak on NXT
Once.
TV a couple times, yeah. And it's like, this sucks. So now, not only do we not get to see these guys, and I'm just going to use Dijak as an example throughout this whole thing. The last time I saw him wrestle was American Rana 17. He did a couple shows, after that, but not many.
That was his farewell tour.
Then he sat on the shelf. He, trained at the Performance Center for such a fucking long time that it's like nobody saw him for about a year.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing is sometimes I think, because I hear this a lot about a lot of different performers, you sign this top indie star, why don't we get to see them? Well, you do get to see them, but since they only have a finite amount of TV time, these guys are running their house show circuit, because NXT still has a huge house show circuit where they make a lot of their money. Triple H is a smart guy, though, because Dijak is essentially nobody in NXT right now. He's still building his name. We know how good he is.
Yes.
The world doesn't yet. But when NXT ran in Lowell, they had the main event was NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa versus literal nobody in NXT, Dijak. Because
Dijakovic.
For a New England fan,
right,
Ciampa versus Dijak is the main event.
It was in Lowell, which is like, that's where both of those guys really fucking cut their teeth. The fucking, not New Hampshire, not Boston, like that in between. Woburn fucking area.
Woburn, Lowell, Worcester.
Where where chaotic fucking runs. And that's cool, but that blows that we have to fucking, I was Dijakless for a year.
Yeah.
And now I'm still almost Dijak.
Now you get a little taste every now and then.
Right, and that sucks. And it's like they're signing all these top indie stars. There's not enough room for all of them. So, okay, cool. Let's call up 7 guys from NXT, and then those guys disappear.
So
on the main roster.
I want to say something.
Getting rid of people on the other end.
Right.
I just thought of something.
Right. Like, let's hold on to Baron Corbin. Why?
Right.
Like, now, I understand the reasoning behind NXT UK. I get it. I feel that, so now they've got NXT is on Wednesday and NXT UK is on Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we have... Instead of NXT UK, why didn't we get essentially NXT's version of SmackDown, where they have 2 shows a week? They're still an hour apiece, but they've got the A show, which is where you're going to see Ciampa and where you're going to see Gargano and Black and Warbeard and all the bigger names, and then you've got the SmackDown style show,
and Adam Cole, baby,
where you're gonna get those essentially like Sunday Night Heat was, where it was on TV. It was a show that you watched, but you might see The Rock or Mankind or someone on it. But for the most part, it's focused on the mid-card.
Yeah.
I think that essentially, to simplify using championships, you've got NXT, whatever you want to call it, if it has a name now. You have NXT, and that's where you're going to see Ciampa in the main event. But then you have NXT 2, whatever the fuck we want to call it. That's where you see Ricochet in the main event as the North American champion, and you kind of have it's your mid-card show. He's the top guy on that show. You know what I'm saying? Well, like SmackDown was for a long time.
Well, I kind of explained how I think it is going to and maybe should go with the NXT championship is the championship of all of NXT,
including the UK.
And then there's the North American and the UK. Yeah. Like, I think that's how it should be run.
I agree.
But at the same time, that means fucking Ciampa's got to get his ass over to the UK every once in a while
to do TV.
Spoilers are bad now when that's going on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday.
Yeah.
By the time you get home, everybody's going to talk about it.
I don't know. I just it kind of bums me out. Like, I love the fact that we get to see Matt Riddle right now.
Bro.
Like, he's a guy who just kind of came in and
And a lot of people
You
are
know.
getting their first real experience with Matt Riddle. We have been blessed enough where he was a mainstay in Beyond Wrestling.
We've seen him a million times.
And he's always he's a nice dude. He's
Yep.
willing to take a picture with you. He's willing to chat with you for a minute.
And that bro shtick, that's not an act. That's
Matt Riddle.
Matt fucking Riddle.
I'll pull back the curtain a little bit. You see him backstage on these NXT promos, and he's wearing flip flops and fucking shorts and just like a what do you call
Track
this?
jacket.
Track jacket kind of thing. This is how he would show up to Beyond shows.
Yeah.
This is how he would get out of his car. This is who he is.
Flippy flops, a fucking flat brim hat. What's up, bro?
Yeah,
Like, that's
that was not
real life.
Smoke coming out of the car.
Oh
Yeah, no, that's not a character. Matt Riddle is Matt Riddle.
Yep. And I love
there's
that.
no character.
But it's like Deonna Purrazzo. Remember her?
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw her?
On
think
Instagram with Marty Skrull.
I think the last time I saw her wrestle was that match with her and Penelope Ford, and it was like
Penelope.
when the Me Too shit was like really fucking.
Oh, and it was super awkward.
and nobody wanted to say a fucking word because it's like I don't.
Yeah, it was right.
How was
It was right after something big. It
Yeah.
was right after Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
and nobody wanted to.
Right.
Nobody, and it sucked because we want to cheer, but everyone like got terrified. And it wasn't just men; it was women too.
Yeah.
Everyone was afraid.
It was a good match, and nobody wanted to fucking make noise.
That was one of Prazzu's last matches on the Indies too.
Which-
She was on her way out.
No, because she did
No,
WR for the rest of the year.
and she did. Didn't she do? Yeah, she did Women of Honor for.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
Ring of, it's not really. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I think her last excuse me, I think her last WR was against Hot Scoop.
Ooh.
Skylar's the best woman on the
Also,
roster.
Dijak's last Beyond match was against Walter. And
Walter.
You should really check it out.
Oh, Walter, another fucking
was
guy
his last
who's
Beyond
probably
match?
going
yeah, it was Bye Bye
to.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the
It was
one
in
in
Somerville.
yeah.
Progress
I was gonna
split.
say I didn't go to that one.
I like Walter, but
Didn't he just sign with?
with NXT,
Wait, Walter signed with NXT.
NXT UK.
Oh,
yeah,
oh, whatever.
right. So
I mean, it works
I'm-
for them because they don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah,
Right.
no offense to any of our UK listeners, because I know there are at least one of you.
no, there's a bunch. I saw the metrics.
Oh yeah, that's true. We saw those metrics. I don't see the purpose of NXT UK. I just. I
All
like
right.
the idea. I love the concept.
Imagine you're a kid, and you love wrestling. I want to watch.
do love
I want to
wrestling.
watch the WWE.
I'm an adult.
I want to watch WWE, and I want to see it live. But you live in fucking Glasgow, Scotland.
No. Hold on.
it's
And
rarely
there's also
ever
no
there.
televised thing there.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's,
I understand that, and I completely understand. I 100% get that. I just feel like NXT UK is too separate from NXT.
yes,
But I think it's supposed to be.
I think.
But
right,
I think that's stupid. That's just another brand.
Well,
like
right now they're
There's too many
building-
brands.
They're building that brand, and I'm hoping that fucking eventually it's gonna be, you'll get a Flash Morgan Webster coming over and being on NXT for a couple weeks, but then you'll also get fucking Velveteen Dream and he's on NXT UK for it. Like,
Yeah.
do some crossovers, do some,
I still
everyone-
I still like the the concept that we've brought up today. We brought it up multiple times before of the NXT Championship is the NXT Championship and everything else is a mid-card title.
Yes.
I don't think because they're trying to elevate the United Kingdom title to be the equivalent to the NXT
Yes.
Championship.
It's such a beautiful looking title.
it really
It
is.
is,
Dude, the
but-
women's one's even better looking with a white.
Oh yeah, because I don't like the women necessarily like the women's WWE Championship, but the UK one looks gorgeous.
I don't like the WWE's main championship belts. I think they're just fucking
think
simple like that.
Well, that's
it
the thing.
looks like what a fucking 3-year-old would
The
draw.
WWE Championship is the best out of all of them because it's still classic. It's got the black strap. It's got I don't know.
I like the SmackDown women's.
Yeah, the blue.
Blue.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that works.
SmackDown has better belts.
in general.
Like,
Even the tag titles, the blue straps
blue,
on
yeah.
the belt compared to the red.
where's
are
the
way better.
IC? Who has that?
Raw.
That's on Raw. Okay, good. Raw needs at least one.
The U.S.
still not
title
used to
has
it being on Raw.
the U.S. titles. If they're going to keep it, it needs a redesign. It's needed a redesign for 5 years.
That's another one. It's like it's too fucking simple.
Well, no. I think it's too complex. There's too much going on. It's a flag. Your belt is a flag. It's just as bad as the butterfly to me. It's way over the top.
I see what you're saying. It is over the top, but just goddamn the UK women's fucking
It does look great.
championship. That is my favorite. And speaking of UK women, if you guys, well, not you two dicks, or three dicks because there's a trash can.
Trash cans
But,
don't have dicks.
Ew. But if you feel like reading a lady UK,
What a segue!
right?
Holy shit,
Dude, I'm getting good at this.
I'm proud of you.
If you feel like reading some good wrestling articles, our friend Miss Deathwish writes for Kayfabe Today in Steel Chair magazine. You can follow her on Twitter at Miss_Deathwish. You can find the links on her Twitters to those particular magazines, but she's a very good writer and a listener of the show. So
Is she though?
And
Does
she talks
listen?
about more than just UK too.
yeah, she talks about a lot of
I
stuff.
wonder if a lot of these people actually listen to the show.
Oh, I don't know. They're in our fucking Discord chat.
I think Mags just skips around.
Yeah.
Well, he listens to it on like 4 times speed, so we all just sound like fucking chipmunks to him.
That laugh is gonna sound
God
really
damn
weird.
it.
Well, hold on. I want to go back to. I do agree. Go check her out. She's got some good writings going on.
Impact is the newest one, right? I think her Impact recap.
Yeah,
Yes.
she posted something in Discord. I wasn't paying attention. I wake up and I go through Discord and I'm like, what?
Yeah, you start this Discord thing and then you're rarely on it.
Dude, I don't get cell reception at work, and everyone's always talking while I'm at work.
Yeah. Well,
I have it up on my computer at
dude,
work.
you fucking dicks. And it's not just you guys. But dude, Fridays, my phone battery dies
holy
so
shit.
fucking quick.
Oh yeah.
It's like, God
I
damn it.
blame Joe Nolan. He's very disrespectful.
I haven't said shit. I don't start those.
Yeah, you started
I
the
mean,
one
I
that was like
start the follow
400.
Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scratching.
I don't know. I was just having fun yesterday. I don't say fuck positivity. Or do I? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a heel on Twitter.
You can be a heel whenever you want.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like the big
hold
show.
on.
I flip flop all the time.
I want to go back to NXT just for a quick minute.
Okay.
Oh
my God, hurry up.
The idea. Well, we've still got like 20 minutes to do so.
That's okay.
Everybody just shut it off.
Yeah, everyone was just like, nope, we're done.
We're done. Fuck that.
NXT. So since we only get an hour, so let's hypothetically say, NXT UK and NXT are the same brand, which I don't feel like they are. I feel like they're trying to be two completely separate things, which I don't agree with. They're their own brand, or they're not their own brand. Let's say they're all together. That's still only 2 hours of NXT every week.
Yes.
Which is fine. They could even do one more. Like, I'd be okay if like NXT is 2 hours.
NXT Japan.
That'd be sick.
Well,
but-
that's going to be, I think, as frustrating as NJPW US.
Yeah. They're gonna. I have a feeling. There will be
hold
an
on.
NXT
They've been talking about this for years at this point.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's going to be really, really big for 6 months.
Yep.
And then it's going to be
Yes,
nothing.
it's gonna be. It's also gonna be hard for them. I feel if they are losing the elite, because a lot of people are only watch for that. For those guys.
I think that New Japan is popular right now because WWE has been faltering. I like New Japan. I really do. Personally, like the Japanese wrestling I was watching growing up.
Some fucked up shit.
Well, it was like FMW and All Japan. Like, that was the kind of... And yeah, there was a lot of deathmatch wrestling at that time in the early, mid-90s.
A 6-year-old James Ryan trainer fucking just watching people getting bit by sharks and shit or whatever the fuck they do.
Come on, man.
Sharks.
I was watching exploding C4 barbed wire light tube death matches.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's a fucking wee
Hayabusa.
lad. Yeah.
No, seriously,
Fucking throw that on for Adam.
Hi-
See how much he likes that shit.
Hayabusa, Masato Tanaka, Terry Funk, and Mr. Pogo. Two sides of the ring have barbed wire with C4. The other two sides have no ropes, but if you fall out of the ring, there's pits of barbed wire and C4 explosives.
I don't think it's actually C4.
No, but you can see the burns all over Hayabus's body.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not saying it's not explosions.
Yeah. Masato, they do a spot with a sickle, and they start,
yeah.
And you can see Masato Tanaka, you can tell he's got a blade in his hand, because every time they hit him with it, he goes, and he grabs his arm, and you can see him blading into his arm.
Yeah.
And he's just covered in blood.
And that's where we get our show name.
And at the end of the match, like, Mr. Pogo's the only one standing, and the alarm's going off because all the C4 is about to go off, and he just looks around and then he goes, and ducks down to the ring and covers his head as all the C4 goes off. Awesome match.
Yep.
Fantastic. FMW was my jam.
Seen that shit.
FMW is also where Mick Foley made his name. So that's kind of like...
I think he got his name from his parents.
I'm sorry. This is where Cactus Jack made his name, you fucking dick. Anyways,
man.
So I think New Japan is popular because of WWE. WWE's creating their own competition because, let's be honest, I mean, I love WWE. I still will always be a WWE fan because everyone seems to think this is the worst WWE's ever been. No, it happens every couple of years.
Yeah.
Even during the Attitude Era, there was some shit. Before people say, the glory days, the classics, the early 90s, late 80s. Dude, it was garbage.
There was a lot.
The storylines were the worst storylines ever.
Yeah. Like
exactly what
mid-90s, like 94,
93 to like
96,
mid-96. Yeah,
it was garbage.
There wasn't a whole lot of good.
It's exactly what I say about SNL. Like when people are like, "Oh, I liked it back when Dan Aykroyd was on it." Well, no, you just don't remember the shitty sketches. You remember the ones you thought were funny. You don't remember the ones
and then you watch the ones everyone then will say, "Oh, the one where Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan."
Right.
Yeah. Once again, you remember the good sketches. Yeah. There was a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Unless Chris Farley was in it, and then it was fucking pure gold.
Yeah, because he was in a van down by the river.
Stand-up special.
I haven't watched it yet, but I heard the song.
I've watched it 3 times.
I heard the song.
I cried like a baby.
Yeah. It's like Chris Farley really was like John Candy and John Belushi were his heroes, and it's like I think he went past them. Like I just think Chris Farley was the funniest motherfucker to ever live.
If he lived, if he was still alive, he would still be doing the exact same thing, and it would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Anyways, but that's way off topic.
I don't care. I'll talk about Chris Farley. I'll fucking.
We're gonna start the Chris Farley podcast next week.
Meow.
Okay.
Jeff Goldblum one after that.
Oh, God damn it. No.
Hey, welcome to the Jeff Goldblum Chris Farley special.
So, it's just like we were talking about how...
Turn you on and make you laugh.
Jurassic guy.
Everyone's like, hey, shut the fuck up. Everyone's like, Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is the greatest thing ever. But then New Japan comes along. Nobody gives a shit about Ring of Honor anymore.
No. And I think...
Ring of Honor still has fans, and they're still good wrestling, but everyone seems to think that Ring of Honor is like... amazing. No, just like what High Voltage here said, it was Cody and the Bucks.
Yeah.
And Kenny.
And just so people don't get confused, you're talking about popularity in the United States.
Yes. Oh, because in Japan, New Japan's the biggest thing that's ever happened.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's like Pokemon.
Right. My one big gripe with New Japan is it's not as easy to follow. Like WWE, I mean, as much as it doesn't make fucking sense a lot of the times, they're still like they progress storylines. They have the ability to progress storylines on a weekly basis. I mean, that's not always the fucking case. Not everything makes sense. Sometimes Vince McMahon blows up and then we never talk about it again. Like, I mean, sometimes shit like that happens, or sometimes it's like, Hornswoggle was the computer the entire time. And you're like...
All right.
Yeah.
That was 10 years too late.
And I love New Japan, but I've said it before, my biggest complaint is that aside from the top 2 titles, I have no idea which one is more important than the other, which one means more.
Well, you have to... There's something that you have to understand about New Japan. It's not made for us. Right. It's made for Japanese people. Japanese culture is completely different than American or Canadian or even, European culture. Right. Fucking Guatemalan, So even the way that their entertainment is distributed to them is different.
Yeah.
Everything's different over there. It's their own. They have their own way of doing things. And I think that's what people don't understand, because that's the one complaint I always hear about New Japan. Like, I can't follow it.
Right.
Like, I just don't.
Right.
I don't know what's going on. Because they're only putting the stuff in English that
really matters.
That matters to an English audience. They're not, like, if you go to their English YouTube page or whatever. Like, I bet if you go to the Japanese YouTube page or the Japanese channel, Japanese whatever it is, you're gonna find 50 times the content than you are on the English side of things, because
And
it's
their
not
app is the
for
same way.
us.
Yeah.
It's not for us.
And it's a terribly
for
designed app.
them.
Dude, you know how many times I have to reset it because it loses the icon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
it's because it's not an app. It's a web link.
So
that's all it
Yeah.
is.
thing to let you go to each one.
Yeah.
Every single time I go into it disappears. I have to uninstall it and then reinstall.
Yeah,
it.
it's once again, it's not made for us. It's not made for
you gaijin motherfuckers.
yeah.
But the wrestling quality, though, I think
absolutely.
overall is like
amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
their talent is great. Their talent is, but you also look at New Japan. New Japan is a modern version of WWF in the early 90s. Over the top characters, flair, flash. Like, they're still coming out with fucking tassels all over themselves and makeup and all this crazy shit. It's still pageant to them. It's a show. It's live action anime.
Yeah.
I mean, really what it is at the end of the day. Even Jericho, since he's been there, has taken on the Japanese style of wearing the makeup and, you know, like, it's just different. It's just different.
I'm just gonna say it. Jericho needs a better theme song for his indies.
Was he still using Judas?
Judas, and
That's a great song.
It is, but it's not an entrance song. It's so weird. It's like slow and
I'm Chris Jericho. Jericho.
I would love that. Just play the scene from MacGruber. Can we just get that?
So now when it comes to Ring of Honor, Ring of Honor is just hey,
You and
fuck.
your dick jokes.
Ring of Honor is just an indie organization with a TV deal.
Yep.
That's all it is. And it's not even nowhere near the best indie organization.
It was really, like, it had started to pick up steam
a couple years ago, yeah.
and I'm glad that they didn't, like,
expand.
fucking really go for it, really send it, because if they had done that,
Out of business.
right,
Gone.
that, you know, you can run out of money pretty fucking quick.
Especially when you think you have more than you do.
Correct. So I'm like, I like where Ring of Honor's at. You know, if they continue to grow a little bit here and there, you know, and eventually they're like a solid, you know, like Impact Wrestling when they first started, they, you know, TNA with their fucking stupid six-sided ring.
No,
like,
they started a standard ring.
Oh, did they? I don't know.
Yeah, back in the day.
But either way, like when they started, all the WCW guys that didn't go to WWF, like they really were true competition.
It was Jeff and Jerry, and they were like, slap nuts.
Slap nuts.
But they wanted to keep Southern wrestling in the public's eye.
Yes.
And the first, I'd say 6-7 years of TNA were brilliant.
And it was legitimate competition to WWF.
Yes.
Then
the
fuck it was.
They hit the dark times and things got bad. Now Impact's back. Like,
Impact's back, but now it's still,
it's oversaturated now. There's a lot of wrestling that you can watch.
Yes. But they're I think they're in the same boat as Ring of Honor. They're an independent organization with a TV deal.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to argue that TNA has a much higher quality, both of talent, wrestling, and production than Ring of Honor.
Does TNA tour?
Yes.
I would say production, yes.
In-ring talent?
In-ring talent, Ring of Honor has a lot of extremely good talent.
Sure. Do they have LAX?
No.
I'm sorry. Let me reiterate. Do they have EYFBO? Do they have the Lucha Bros? Do they have Jordan Grace? Do they have Brian Cage? Like, these are top name independent talents.
My biggest fear for Ring of Honor is, like, they have to stay where they are, but, like, the only reason that I ever go to those shows is because you have New Japan talent that's
Yes.
there. Like, I love Jonathan Gresham, but I can see him at Beyond.
Well, hold
every
on.
time I want to.
Let's say, for example, hypothetically speaking, maybe All Elite Wrestling actually exists. Ring of Honor's out of business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
All Elite will kill that promotion.
Yep.
So
So would New Japan US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially because if Cody and the Bucks and Kenny start their own U.S. promotion,
They need somebody to wrestle.
well,
Right.
They need bigger names.
Well, that's what I'm
to
saying.
Wrestle.
But who is New Japan going to send talent to? Ring of Honor or those guys that made them a shitload of money?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Ring of Honor's dead if that happens.
Yeah.
It's dead in the water. I'm not saying it goes away forever. I'm not saying that it even dies immediately, but people stop caring.
You're
very
not getting
quickly.
out of Lowell, that's for sure.
No, and you're not getting MSG again either.
No.
You fuck.
That was a delicious coffee, Joe Nolan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's tough because there is so much wrestling content available to people now,
Yeah.
as opposed to even 5 years ago.
And you can get some of that content on PowerSlam TV.
Powerslam.tv,
Use
and
promo code BladeJob.
you
That's
can
our
watch
show.
bar wrestling, which involves famous dick wrestler Joey Ryan.
Yeah, he runs that.
In a bar.
They follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Combat Zone, CZW, where you can watch Tournament of Death, you can watch Cage of Death, you can watch many different things of
You might
death.
actually see a death.
It's true, and it'll probably be like Tremont or something. Well, he doesn't
Well, no,
really
he doesn't
do
wrestle
CZW
for them anymore.
he
Stay
returned to
gold, Pony Boy.
GCW.
But yeah, if you use that promo code, you get a free month
That's
subscription.
30 days.
That's 30 days. I got mine, and yeah,
That's dope.
that is pretty
That is
dope.
absolutely dope.
Pretty cool.
Savage. Lit. Children these days. Hello, fellow
What is he
children.
talking about?
You have
is
kids.
lit AF.
Yeah, I have kids, and they don't talk like fucking
They're
that.
going to.
Yeah, I know.
Those
I mean, I'm
those phrases will be dated by then.
I'm
Oh, yeah, it'll be
hoping
something
I'm
even
hoping
worse.
my kids will,
yeah.
My daughter said something, and I grounded her.
As long as the
Forget
term
what she said.
epic,
She-
Fucking something stupid.
as long as the term epic never comes out of Adam's mouth, I think I'll be good.
Oh, she said
Epic?
That drives me nuts.
She said like hashtag smile face 1,000 likes and then like smile, and I was like, go to your fucking room
Wait,
right
hold
now.
on. Epic?
epic drives me nuts because it was so overused by the generation that was below me.
Yeah,
Like everything was
The
epic.
generation below. I don't know. Like
a couple
Younger
people like
Yes.
2 or 3 years younger than him.
Yes.
and then they got pwned by
I've been
some
using
noobs.
Epic since like 1989.
No, but then it got overused by that generation.
Well, it's because I don't pay attention to people. I think people fucking suck.
I like people. They're all right.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them.
I like Warbeard.
Warbeard's
He's pretty
guy.
cool.
Becky Lynch,
Yes.
Bucky
Brian
Lynch.
Cage.
B Cage. B Cage
Brian
getting
Cage,
engaged.
he got engaged.
That rhymed.
That did rhyme. He got engaged at Bar Wrestling again, which is on PowerSlam.tv.
Use code BladeJob for a free 30 months.
Dude,
Nope, 30 days. 30 days. Oh shit.
motherfucker, if we get 30 months,
30 days.
you literally just covered your
I
microphone.
know. I'm wondering what it sounds like.
Probably sounds like ass.
It's probably the
we have all
scratching
this
of your beard.
We have all this nice equipment, but then we're fucking idiots and like
Yeah. I've got some more nice equipment
goddamn mongoloids. Stop touching stuff.
It's not for you.
Haribo?
It's for me.
God
we'll
damn
see how it
No,
works.
it's not Haribo. You fuck.
I got excited. I didn't see
Said
it.
equipment, not fucking delicious candy.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to like use promo code Haribo and send us like shipments of fucking
Just
candy,
send us gummy bears and
Dude.
we'll be happy.
But I
P.O.
swear
box
to
up my
swear to
ass.
Christ, if anybody sends us fucking Black Forest, I will come to
Oh
There's
my
nothing wrong
goddamn
with Black
house.
Forest.
So there's a lot wrong with
Like Black Forest ham, yeah, it's delicious. Black
No.
Forest gummy bears,
They're fine.
Go fuck
it.
yourself.
It doesn't. It
no,
doesn't
it's
say
not the
Haribo.
fucking same.
Okay, so
Give me Haribo or give me death.
So
Yeah.
are you can only now watch one wrestling
No,
program.
I will
ever.
fucking die
Nope.
on this hill.
No, he's-
fucking Haribo is completely different.
He can only watch one wrestling now. You have to choose it right now.
It's WCW. Ha!
All right, but now you can't watch it because you're not allowed to use the network because you'd have access to WWF.
But I just would have to only watch WCW.
Nope,
And I would obviously just watch SmackDown.
VHS only.
You have Miz and Cesaro on it. That's my answer.
I can't wait till they trade Miz to anything like, I don't know, the unemployment line. Fuck that guy.
It's okay. E Network will keep him in business.
I'm pretty sure the Miz brings them in a lot of money.
Yeah.
How the fuck does Baron Corbin still have a job?
You know those glasses that I bought? The
Yes.
Miz ones?
Yeah, they're like $30.
They were $9.99, and then the other day I looked and they were gone, and then 2 hours later they came back up and now they're $12.99.
Hold on.
'Cause
You check
idiots
the
buy that
WWE
shitty
shop
fucking-
that often?
No, I went to look to see. I was thinking about buying the Miz holiday shirt.
Oh, and
for
guess
a
how?
holiday party.
Well, guess how much those glasses really cost? 30 cents.
Yeah,
They're made by
probably.
little Chinese boys.
But they're amazing,
It's true.
and they don't have the bandana anymore, so that's no longer an option.
Yeah, it
for
doesn't matter.
The Blade John
Why?
show.
You don't need one. But yeah, Brian Cage got
You
engaged.
don't need one.
What's his
Mel Santos.
Melissa Santos.
She's also the mother of his child.
Yes.
And now as he posted on Twitter, he's excited about making another baby, but in the parentheses he said, or at least the act of trying. Wink.
Sex.
Sags.
Sex.
Yeah.
Yes. But yes, very, very much congratulations to Brian
Yes.
Cage. He's excellent.
And I've seen Jordan Grace lift him up above her head.
Yes. She's also fucking excellent. Like,
She is.
She really is like a great talent.
And she's like, what, 5'1"?
Yeah, she's not tall.
And she's what, 22?
Yeah, she's not tall. She's very young. She's strong as fuck. Like, she really is. She's a great talent. And she gets the weirdest shit sent to her on Twitter.
Yeah, she
Oh, yeah.
does.
She wrote a
Like,
book, literally.
Two of them.
Well, she didn't write it. Those fucking creeps wrote it. She just fucking took the pictures. Again, gentlemen, if you're like, you know what? I bet you if I send a picture of my dick and balls to this chick, she'll be like, oh my God, how can I resist? They're going to resist. None of them
what?
want that.
Fuck. I gotta delete some incriminating evidence real quick.
Tell me you didn't do that on the show, Twitter.
Shit. Go ahead. No, you keep
Dearest
going.
Becky, here's a picture of my dick and balls. She'd be like,
Chicken balls.
ew. And I'd be like, right? No, I don't do that. But support Jordan Grace and, you know, excellent female wrestlers like her. There's a lot of that's one thing that WWE hasn't stolen a lot of is good female wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I honestly don't understand how Tessa
Chelsea
Blanchard wasn't signed. Like I don't get it.
WWE is in a very precarious position where they want to snag this talent before it goes. But here's the thing. I think WWE doesn't understand. They can have most of these talents whenever they would want. Because most wrestlers want to go there because you have the opportunity, maybe not guaranteed, you have the opportunity to wrestle at WrestleMania, and that's usually the dream for most people.
Yeah.
But they will be available to you when you want them, WWE.
Correct.
But they sign everyone and they sit on the shelf.
And then they push Lacey Evans.
Lacey
Bianca
Evans
Belair.
is
Which
actually
is a cheap knockoff
really
of
talented.
The
Liberty Bell.
yes,
Yeah.
Thank you. We've talked
It's-
about that.
I
Yeah.
like Lacey Evans.
I
I
don't.
don't hate her. Bianca Belair can eat it. Like,
Bianca Belair does nothing for me.
Well-
Lacey Evans is semi-impressive in ring, but her whole like, "I Miss America, check me out," like
it's
that is
definitely
so
Southern style
fucking stupid.
Well, but here's the like Bianca Belair, like when she was like starting to get her push, they ran all these promos about how she is like she has like a master's degree and she's had like all of these like academic accolades and stuff, and then they give her a character that's like, you don't know me,
Right.
It's like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know.
It's terrible. I just don't like her. The whole hair thing. Faye Jackson does it better.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
I also love how refreshing it is that Gresham and Jordan Grace are a couple, and neither one of them wrestled the same way.
Yeah.
And it's not like she's doing his moves type of thing.
Yep.
I like
they,
the fact that
they wrestle
really,
incredibly different styles.
I like the fact that they really don't talk about it all the time.
Yep.
and
No,
they-
yeah. She got on him about him never commenting or following her on Twitter.
You know what's funny is they're both probably like 5'2",
Yeah.
right around the 200-pound mark.
I actually had a conversation with
And
him.
they're like completely different body types. She's a power wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
He's an octopus.
He's
He
an
is.
he's an octopus, which is weird because I mean he's a quadrupus, but
I had a conversation
Whatever.
with him last week about long matches, and he was asking like what I like and don't like and like heel work and stuff. It was really cool that he was like taking the time to ask questions like that.
Yeah, that's neat that you took out your phone and recorded it. And
he was in trouble with.
Pun. A pun? No, not a pun. No, what's the other thing which reads the same backwards as forwards?
A palindrome?
Yeah.
It's not a palindrome. The palindrome of Bolton would be not lob. It don't work.
Look, what do you want?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not prepared to pursue my line of inquiry any further, as I think this is getting too silly.
Quite agree. Silly. Right. Get on with it.
Come out of nowhere.
Maybe we should edit that out.
Yeah, let's edit that.
Yeah, we're gonna edit that out because John just fucked up real bad. So we're gonna trash can cut that out.
It was like that time that
But
Martin
hold on.
Stone. When I said that, and you guys
Go, hold
got
on. We have to cut all of this out. And trash can, I want it to play some elevator music up until I say we should cut all of this out. And we're just going to let people know that we cut a bunch of stuff out. And this part's still in the show, so they're hearing this right now, and it's funny to me. Because Joe Nolan and Scott Perkins both said fairly dumb things. Yours is not as bad as Scott Perkins.
Mine's not nearly as bad.
Joe Nolan, however...
He's English. They all do it.
Yeah, but no one has to know what they do. We're talking about sodomy, of course.
And cups of tea.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Which is also a meal. So this is the end of our show. We just did all of that, and it's just funny now. It's just humor. So good night, everybody. We're very sorry to PBS.
I'm not sorry. Wait, what?
I don't know.
I'm not sorry to PBS. I give them fucking like $6 a month.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why?
So I can have PBS Kids on my Amazon.
Oh, that makes sense.
Fucking... You know how awesome it is to just be like, oh, you're fucking acting like a wild maniac? Wildcrats! And my kids are just like...
It's true.
It's fucking
I
wonderful.
pay the $3 something for his Fire, so he has the unlimited downloads.
Yeah.
So, since we cut that out, D'Lo Brown, you wanted to say something about D'Lo Brown. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, he's wrestling again. He's like making towns, which is pretty cool. Because once he broke Darren Drozdov or Draws or whatever the fuck his name was.
He's gonna puke.
Yeah, when he unfortunately injured him, which was just a full on fucking. It's like your shirt was too baggy, bro. There's nothing to grab onto.
It happens.
He was gone. He was a fucking phantom, and it was an accident, dude.
Billy Zane?
What the fuck are you talking?
Played the Phantom in the movie The Phantom.
Oh my god. So anyway, Billy West plays the voice of everything in everything, and no, it's good to see him back wrestling, even though he's much older and a little on the huskier side. He was always a little on the husky side. Now he's kind of fat. He's fat. I'll just say he's fat. But no, I'm very happy to see him, and I wouldn't mind seeing him in person.
And shake his hand and be like, I'm doing the head bob.
Yeah.
Him and La Parka are two people I really want to see.
I saw him.
La Parka or L.A. Park?
Sure.
La Parka, whatever.
La Parka is not the original. L.A. Park's the original.
Yeah.
So I want to see L.A. Park.
L.A. Park.
I saw D'Lo Brown cause a miscarriage on Terry Runnels. Yep. I was like 11 and I had no idea what was going on.
That is a great way to end the show. Thank you.
Good night.